Hello everyone, this is Muse and I am recording another game from the tournament. And wow, I am res so many times this tournament. Okay, VT with 1.5 hammer. At least I'm not a spy. And Star is already hammer blocking Ave. And Star is not VT. Star is not VT. Or should not be VT. Okay. I'm not a fan of this pick. But well, it's just a bit slimy. It's like a hammer bribe, but, you know, a slimier. Even slimier than a hammer bribe. Okay. I am like 2 seconds away from putting Crow on M1, I think. I just love this pick for some reason. Um, I don't know. Like, it could be Crow Ave, I guess. But, like, I just love it. Man, I just love it. I mean, Maxi could force my hand, but at this point in time, I just really like Crow. Like, it's such um it's so logical. It's anyways, we'll see. I mean, I think Maxi doesn't prefer hero, so I could put Star on maybe. But that's kind of a slap in the face to Ave Hunter. Okay, well, that's my signal to put Crow on M1. But I need to slam this, I think. Very quickly. Very quickly. If it fails, I swear to God. Oh no, he's thinking. Oh. Honestly, I would not be surprised if, M1 plus Maxi was clean. But Ave barges in with the, the 2.1. And yeah. Well, the two ads are Star and Hero. So, probably just Star, actually, if I'm being honest. Yeah. So Star is considering whether he wants to add himself onto that. And yeah. Yeah. If I was in VC right now, I would say M1 plus 1 is not clean. So maybe we picked a not so great 1.5. Maybe we got sheep by 1.3. But Star is declaring himself to be an ad. Maxi, well, Maxi has no reason. Maxi has very little reason to not pick M1 plus 1. But, like, what could be. I don't know. I think either way, M1s are fucked. Oh, okay. Abe's gonna get some chat going. Ouch. So that failed. And yeah, Maxi failed it. We are going to have to overrule somebody. I mean, it has what? One ad in the form of Starboard. I mean, I can just add star. Yeah, perfect. Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm going to. I have. Okay, so I'm glad we won missions that cleanly. But number one, I have no clue who Merlin is. And number two, I don't think. Like, I think VC is going to be split almost like four ways because look at 1.1. And I guess 1.3 is not that powerful. But 1.4 as well is also so powerful. And Crow goes after M2.5 passes that M2 has two ads. And basically says, hey, you can pick Starboard. Because Hero is kind of not really the ad, because why would Star block Ave off of M1 if they were two spies? It's possible but unlikely. And the way Hero was chatting, like if Hero if Hero thought M2 was clean, he doesn't have to say that stuff. He would have a lot more incentive to say that as assassin. And so it was like it wasn't just like one thing that made me add star. It was like a combination of different reads, and it all combined to basically making star the only ad to M2. 1.5 is not a great pick because in hindsight, Hero was not an ad to it. But yeah. Like if I'm Percy, who do I kill? Or sorry, if I'm Percy, who have I sent to the grave? I have no clue because it could be anybody, right? Who am I Percy to? Okay, so Ave is Morgana. Like, okay, first of all, Star can be my Percy. That's whatever. Well, I'm not Percy. They're going to PR me for something. But Crow, I just loved 1.3. I loved 1.3, and I realized Star was the only ad. My love of 1.3 blinded me to the fact that at 1.5 really isn't like a very high probability pick. Yeah, Starboard is the only ad to M2. I mean, the thing is, I don't know, because like the meta seems to have changed in ways that are not really logical but more practical. Like people aren't doing things because they make sense, but rather because it tends to happen. And what I mean by that is that I don't necessarily think that a spy off picking their co-spy with the hammer is like people read 1.1 as Ave star not two spies because it doesn't happen, not because it's like not illogical. Because like if like it's not possible for a res to say like spies cannot do this. It is always illogical for them to do this because like they win because then like a spy could almost then like auto win by doing this. Like if Ave and Star were two spies and they knew the meta of like M1 M2 hammer is clean, spies don't off pick each other with hammer. Then this whole thing would play out. M2 would get called dirt. Hero the ad would be left hanging. Like Hero would be hard PR'd, I would be hard unmerlined, and Crow would also be soft unmerlined. And so it was like it's just like a very easy game for spies to win because they can probably fish out more unmerlins before res finally commit to M2 plus Hero. And so like I don't know, there's the argument that spies don't do it because clean M2 helps res win a lot more of the time, but it's also, I don't know, like the reason 3.1 can happen is because I made the read that spies don't do 1.1 because they don't want to do it, not because they will always win more games by not doing it. I guess in some sense it can be extrapolated to more of like a probability read in that spies can do it, but it's just not very, it doesn't happen very often. And I guess that itself is like the reality itself provides the logic for that read, if that makes sense. That sounded like super pretentious. Okay, anyways. Yeah, so they're because 1.3 is following 1.2 and given 1.1 especially. So yes, so Max's chat does shade here a little bit, and Ava is being very thorough here, which is good. Yeah, let's try to figure out Merlin though. Because I have no clue who Merlin is. Yeah, it might help. Well, I don't think they're using a timing read, but it might help that I picked 1.5 rather quickly. But anyways. Okay, let's figure out Merlin. Star could be Merlin. Honestly, I tend to want to unmerlin Crow because his 1.3 is like the most logical, but really like his post, well, let's go back through chat. Okay, so we don't need to go to history anymore because, well, we can have both, I guess. Like, we just can't see what the spies are saying anymore. But okay. Yeah, I took this chat to mean that Maxi was shading hero, but they're fishing for info here. Yeah, this is, I don't know. Yes. So, I mean, I don't really know. I can't, I mean, with these players, it's hard to chat read anyways. I'm not good enough to chat read them, but... I love how all the M's make the chat like pretty much impossible to read for, or impossible to copy paste for spies. BT scream better whore mounts. Yeah, 1.4 is so powerful. It was so helpful. Because to me, Crow's most obvious spy team from N1 was Crow with Ave. And so that just yeeted that out the window. And yeah, I just like 4.3. I just like Crow. They're considering me being Percy to all these people, and I'm getting nervous. Yeah, Merlin could die here, but this would be a really hard shot because I picked 1.5 and I added star, and so how do you play with that? Like, does that mean I'm Percy to star? I guess if I'm Percy to star, I can do that. If I'm not Percy to star, I can be Percy to Crow because Crow said spewed that line of chat. And if I'm a Percy to Maxi. I think I'm not. I think I'm Percy to Maxi least of all of these because Maxi res Chronic. So and how do I find the ad, right? And if they don't assume I did like the two spies not off picking each other, that read, then how do I prefer star over hero? I mean, I'll be honest, I just didn't really want to pick like an M3 that doesn't out me as VT. Like I kind of knew star was the ad, and I was just like, fuck it. Right, yeah, Crow is dying if I'm his Percy. Well, I mean, if they find Crow's line of chat, they might actually shoot Crow. I think they're having a tough time shooting me because Merlin just kind of sits there, right, and doesn't exactly need to do 3.1. Like, yeah, the crux of this game is 1.1. 1.1, Actually, there isn't really like all res picked well on M1, and that's why 1.5 was clean, and that's also why 3.1 was clean. So like I did most of the work later on, but really, if they follow the chain of info backwards, 1.5 and 3.1 actually both of them flow logically from M1s without like M2 info is superfluous here because A was already not an ad by M1s, and well they both added. I mean, Hero wasn't an ad, but he added anyways, and so like M2 info was not necessary. If there had been something surprising, say if Crow had picked me with Ave, then yeah, then of course I would revisit pretty much the entire game. But M2 info basically confirmed the M1 narrative that Star was the ad and Hero is the ad if they are playing, if spies are being very sneaky, and Ave is never ever the ad, or like he's like the ad like 0.1% of the time, and so Star might die, and yeah, 1.1 is kind of optimistic, but oh thank God I'm dying. Oh man. Yeah, like literally everybody is framing everybody this entire game from the start to the fucking finish. And so it's like, oh man. Yeah, picked the PRs. I have no clue who they are, but they picked really, really good M1s. Honestly, I'm gonna GM Star. I think Maxi picked really well as non-Merlin, and Crow picked, very logically as maybe VT. Like I'm gonna PR Maxi and Star here, and say they're PR and say that Maxi is Star's Percy. But wow, this game was good. It's amazing that after however many minutes of assassination, they've been at it for 17 minutes and they're at 4 combos. Yeah. Look at this, 4 combos, 1 for each Merlin. Oh my god. Oh, the funny thing is, all 3 of if they're not shooting Maxi to Crow, then I'm PR'd, and all 3 of them are wrong. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. I mean, it could be either way technically, but it's also neither of the ways because I'm just 18. But I think 1.1 is Merlin. Yeah. Hammer blocking age. There's. It does feel also like something Starfire would do as Merlin, just like the sneaky hammer block and then just pray that the res can frame each other well enough for him to live. And I kind of framed him accidentally. Or, well, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, I mean 1.2 just looks kind of slimy. It's not really spyish, but it's kind of Like, okay, if you're VT, just pick me, you know? Bribe me instead of bribing 1.4. Like, what the fuck? You know, it's been a while since I was thinking Crow could have on-picked Maxi there and have it be equally logical. And I was gonna say, it's been a while since I've seen, like, a game where one person just gets picked by everybody else on M1. I don't understand that sentence. I think he says I have a lot of frames. I don't know. Yeah, I think this makes me nervous because I think Star actually is Merlin. Like Hero VT probably does 1.2 all the time, but it doesn't. I don't know. Because I didn't want to unmerlin, or and because I didn't really think Star and Ave would be two spy or yeah, two spies. I mean, I didn't really want more info at that point because I just knew the only add to M2 was Star. Well, they have 9 minutes left by my reckoning. So, are they not going to be reminded that, or they have 8 minutes left? If Star's Merlin, he is sweating bullets. Oh, never mind. He wasn't. He was talking about that point in the game. Using Maxi. Oh man, if it actually is Maxi. What did Star even say? I don't remember Star's chat. This isn't a coach game. How are you the only ad? Please inform me. Wait, this is like what? Isn't this the Merlin tell? Isn't this the Actually, I'm actually more convinced than ever that Star is Merlin. I don't get how I can add Star if I'm Percy to Maxi. That is the thing. I just don't get it. Yeah, I have a Percy. Crow to Maxi. Jesus. So many frames. I think. Okay, well, They still have, like, basically 7 minutes left. Because they can technically wait until, like, 37:59 to shoot. And, yeah, right now it's just 31. So they have just under 7 minutes. Yeah, this is a fun assassination to watch because I am also kind of assassinating alongside them because I don't know who Merlin is. And I think it's Star, but it really could be Crow or Maxi. But yeah, this is a game I'd love to win because it was just, we had hammers and we converted really nicely. Oh, okay, so they're gonna, okay, so that's good. Yeah, they keep like coming back to me and then jumping off of me. I think something is telling them. I think something is telling them that they are not going to shoot me. Really, they are going to shoot me? I mean, the problem is they're PRing me, and so they're never going to get the correct combo. But the question is if they can get Merlin correct. Am I Percival to Maxi? I don't. This is the one thing that I don't get about this game is why they're thinking that I can be Percy to Maxi. Like I think logically I'm more Percy to Star and Hero. Because how would I find the ad from just being Percy to Maxi? They're going to find Crow's line about M2 having multiple ads, and they're going to find Stars being just completely passive aggressive towards Hero. Oh my gosh, I almost don't want to go back and read that because, oh my gosh. Because I think Star outed Merlin here by being passive aggressive to Hero as the only ad to M2. Maxi. Crow could be Merlin. His chat is so good. Any couch gamers. Hey, Maxi fits their definition of being Merlin drinking a cold one. Oh yes, we win. We win. Watch Star not be Merlin. Oh my god, Star is not Merlin. Holy shit. Look at this. The entire VC is wrong. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, this is such a good game. Oh. Wow, so he did this just because his cameras were clean. He has a good win rate. Oh, Star is a legend. Star is a fucking legend. Oh my god. What a game.